Wow. Wow. So 9 months ago, I made a video. I reiterated it a couple of weeks ago. I tried to warn you. I tried to tell you everything about why I believe the market was an overpriced, rigged piece of shit. The whole reluctant bull video that I made talking about how it's all going to come crashing and burning. And I give you dates and when it was going to intensify right to today's morning. So whether or not you ever come to the website or join me, listen, I work an hour a day now. I go to Hawaii. I like talking about stocks. I like hanging out, but it's really becoming kind of, I don't know, not in the word boring. It's fun, I guess, a little bit. It is the lifeblood of the world. We do control the universe. So me being able to manipulate the manipulation, I find to be fascinating, and I think that it's worth a lot of money. But I'll be taking my talents as soon as as soon as I get divorced and I don't have any kids around the house, I'm going to have a whole new career. But that time is, within, I got to get the kids through college and then leave my wife, and then I'll get back into, what I want to do with my life. But that being said, you could have been there for this. You should have been there. You could have been there. You could have been somebody. You could have been at the website last week when I told you to start buying the puts right before the Fed meeting, because no matter what the Fed said, the market was going to go down because it was already in the cards right into today's morning. Do you buy the dip? Who cares? Every day for me is the same exact day being liquid, right? I own one stock and I don't really own much of that anymore either. This is a market for liquidity, okay? Yeah, it sucks and you're jealous when it goes up every day for 6 weeks. But then you give it all back in 3 days like this. This is the market we're probably going to be in, I hope, forever. Because I don't want anybody else to make money. I want the market to go sideways in a massive 5,000 point range for the next 1,000 years. Because then we make money. Shorting the Beyond Meat, yeah, it didn't work the first time, but damn, did it work the second time? Shorting the diamonds didn't work the first time in about, what was that, June? Sure worked this time, right? So really, my suggestion is if you're going to be a trader, don't get married, don't have kids, never leave the house. Become a reclusive weirdo like I was. But those days are coming to an end. I need to get the hell out of my house. I need to go pursue other goals. I'm an entertainer. I need to go entertain before my head blows up staring at screens. But what does that mean to you, the viewing public, the two guys that are watching, the 74 people that are going to watch this video? You've missed a really, really great opportunity to be friends with me. But you still have, I'm going to promise you, so we got till November, and then you got 2 years and August, September, October, November. The countdown is on. 2 years and 4 months. If you can't learn what I'm bringing to the table in the next 2 years and 4 months, you're never going to learn. You give me 6 months of your time, I'm going to blow your mind. 2 quarters worth of earnings reports, you're going to see these trades and the way that I trade is the way you want to be. Liquidity, trade for the day. Sure, you'll be pissed off most of the time because stocks will do more the next day after you get out the prior day, but that's part of dealing with it. But then you wake up in a morning like this, laughing your ass off. You don't own shit. So if you want to buy the dip, now's your opportunity. Or if it fails and rolls over, you could crush the market. Liquidity, you get to think clearly. Of course, I'd like to be able to think clearly if I didn't have kids and or a wife right now, and if I wasn't all hungover from lack of sleep. But I do have some Kona coffee, and it's fantastic. So, yeah, I don't know where I am right now. And again, I'm really coming to make this video to talk about the StockTwits event in September. If you guys want to come hear me speak, I'll be doing a bit at the Stocktoberfest West. So come and join us. Let's party while the whole shithouse goes up in flames. Because I hope this dip is not bought. I hope this market rolls over and gives back 20, 30, 40, 50, 80%. Don't care. My dad even cashed out of some Cisco. I don't know what that means. Maybe he's even sold all of his Cisco. He was actually selling stocks last week for the first time in 27 years. Big Al took my advice. Lighten up before we go on vacation, Dad. You know what happens when I leave. And he did. So my guys, they were buying some 274 puts for August for $5. They're opening up at 15 now. Pretty good. But again, what is it worth is the question, right? What is it worth? Let's go back to the stock twits-a-thon, right? I'll post some links up. I'll do some things. I'm going to start doing a little bit more marketing because that's what it's all about, right? Who made all the money? Who makes all the money? Tim Sykes, Jason Bond, the Warrior Trader, all the other gurus out there that spend lots of money marketing. How much money have I spent on marketing? I think I made some cards and a couple of hats and a few T-shirts. I haven't spent $1. If you haven't found me by now, I mean, geez, just been throwing some decent advice out there for 10 years. I mean, come on, tell a friend, tell your mom. How you doing, Mom? Stocktoberfest. So let's talk about it, right? I'm going to talk about why liquidity is where you want to be. That's mostly part of what my stock part of my presentation will be. Stocktoberfest, they call it. West. And it's going to be a fantastic event because I'm going to bring my wife. That's not why it's going to be fantastic. That's why it's going to be fantastic because I'm going to be coherent. I'm not going to go out and just get plastered and be all screwed up the next day because my wife will be there. And she goes to sleep at around 10:30. Party animal she is. So again, her being there will ground me. So, but the second night, once the event is over, let me Google it for you and get you the dates. All right. And it's a great event because we're out in San Diego at the amazing Coronado Hotel. If you've never been there, it's fantastic. September 26th and 27th. Basically, Schmooze Fest the 26th, and the presentations and all that stuff on the 27th. I'll be getting there the 25th just to chill. So what we're doing is we're going to have a presentation of the folly of stock ownership and why VWAP rules the world. That'll be my first session. But then they're letting me do, I don't know, 15, maybe 15, 20 minutes of pure, unaudited, censored, maybe. I'll have to censor myself a little bit because my wife will be in the audience, which is part of the routine. I already wrote it. I'm just going to be talking shit, and it should be a lot of fun, depending if I just, I'll just do some, stock market comedy, if you will, because obviously I'll be presenting to a bunch of stock nerds. And me being one, I'm the biggest stock nerd in the world. A lot of misogyny jokes, how I still laugh when I talk to women about stocks, especially when I say I'm long. It makes me laugh. I'm a child. I'm immature. That's why I still look this good at 48 years old. Look at me. I look like a child. Face like an Adonis. Body sculpted like Zeus. But my talents are being wasted. And I want to get that information to you as much as possible for the next 2 years and 3 months. You got me. Plus rates are going up because my time is extremely valuable, especially after this last correction prediction that I gave 9 months ago to the day. So again, if you were ever trying to figure out what I do, I talk about stocks all day. I show people my trade, and I don't do all the trades. I do 1 out of 100. How about that? How about I do 0 trades? Again, look at me. Just got back from Hawaii. What's up? And it's not from the chat room. It's from stuff that I've done in my life and my family. Getting my dad into the queues at 36 that paid for this vacation. Getting my dad, well, he's dollar cost average in Cisco on his own, but became the reluctant bull. Anyway, most of the money I've ever made in my life is shorting, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I didn't go huge. But where are we now? Where are we now? All we can do now is embrace where we are now. What are we going to do now for the next 2 years and 3 months? So when I turn 50, we're going to have the hugest party, and you're going to have so much money that you're going to fly out to wherever the party is, and we're going to go fucking off. My 50th birthday party, not only am I going to have the Whalers there, I'm going to have world famous techno DJ Frankie Bones there. I'll give him a call, friend of mine. See if he wants to come out. So we'll have reggae during the day. We're going to have tents with nitrous so everybody could get all jacked up for later on. Eating and drinking all day. And then at the 9 at the crossover, boom, Frankie comes on and does a set from like 11 to 2. And then we have bagels and cream cheese, and everybody takes an Uber back to the hotels wherever we're staying. That's the plan. So let's kick some ass so we could party at my 50th birthday party. And that's the plan. And what's it worth? You want to get ripped off by other people talking about penny stocks? You want to go sit in a chat room? You want to pay $6.99 for some 2-hour seminar? Some guy can talk about volatility products to you? Or you want to hang with me? And you better get in there fast because rates are going up. And in the 1 year, the 1 month trial, man, I can't get people to commit for more than 3 days.
I came into the room and you guys had already traded. I mean, I got there at 1 o'clock.
I mean, I still get that. It's amazing. Trading happens between 9:30 and 11, and the rest of the day normally sucks until 2:30 to 3:30, and then you have 6 people trying to get their orders done in the last half hour. But we've got something that works. Just do it over and over and over and over again. And that's it. That's what trading is all about. No emotions, not caring about whatever's happening. I don't even have the TV on. Tweeting, futures, China. Are you realizing that it's all manipulated now? Are you finally? What you should be doing now, public out there, I don't know, whoever, UK doesn't care. What you should be doing now is getting pissed off. Don't you think, and I love this one guy who responded to me, don't you think, and I'm telling you honestly, right? And I hate when people say, believe me, or to tell you the truth. I love when people say that. Tell you the truth. Oh, that implies that you've been lying the whole time. But anyway, now I forgot what I was going to say. The bottom line, the manipulation, right? Oh, if you don't think the Trumps are making money off this, are you crazy? Because if I was in the situation where I knew I could drop the entire market, hey, do me a favor. Position ourselves in the offshore account, 777-33555. Make sure you use that account. I want you to buy 100,000 puts on the S&P, diamonds, and the QQQ. Okay, watch this. Boom, market starts crashing. That's exactly how it's done. And then there's the subtle forms of manipulation, which are upgrades and downgrades like WW. That's all that goes on. So once you read through the matrix, you see all of this shit is completely worthless. If the market go up for 6 weeks in a row and give it all back in 3 days, it just implies it's all bullshit. None of these stocks are worth shit. You got certain stocks that don't make any money that go up every day, and you got companies that really actually do turn profits who make money with a funded pension that their stocks sit around and do nothing. It's all manipulation. It's all fear and greed, momentum, and of course, VWAP. So join me in the room live every day. I bang it out for 2 hours a day. Or you want to listen to somebody else, be my guest. But again, the reason I don't go full like tilt, right? The reason I don't go crazy with, marketing. And really, go after these guys because I really want to. Is because if you want to see my P&L for this year, it's basically on 3 pieces of paper. I don't trade because at the beginning of the conversation, what I tell you, don't get married and don't have kids. So I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to take positions when I know 2 seconds from now, my wife's going to call that I got to drive somebody somewhere. Or I got to go pick up the shrimp oregano for Thursday night because she can't do it. Or I got to go drive my daughter to gymnastics or from gymnastics or back to gymnastics or from gymnastics. And I'm not saying that I'm not loving the fact that my kids are growing up and everything's working out, but I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to pretend anymore. I know my time isn't my own now. And I'm not going to put positions on where I know I got to get up 5 minutes from now and do something else. And then my dog's got this fucking problem. Got a limp. He's fucking limping around, puking on the floor. Then I got to go drive this kid. And my wife actually said, well, have your son take an Uber to work. The kid works 4 hours a day. I think he gets paid $6 an hour. To Uber there, he's now in the hole 20%. Are you crazy? Defeats the whole purpose. Ridiculous. So I'm the Uber driver. How about those AMD numbers? How those work out? How was Qualcomm? I mean, I legitimately did not look at the market up until the Fed day. And then the reversal day was the day. You understand now how important the reversal day was on Thursday when they tried to get the market to go up the following day after the Fed. That was the day. That's why reversals are so important. It proves the move from the prior day. So until the market gaps down, scares the shit out of everybody down to Dow 24. We're going to test the June lows now, right? Because it's all computer program. So wherever the June lows were, that's where the diamonds are going, right? And when we're there, we'll be like, oh my God, oh my God, we're going to crash. Oh my God. You got 800 more points to go to the downside. So what? It's all numbers. Everybody make a big deal. Make a big deal of it. We're back where we were in June. Yeah, does it feel good to see the market going from 27,000 down to 25,000 again? Woo! Who gives a shit? We were here 3 weeks ago. It's all bullshit. And if you don't think the coincidence between the top of the market and the Beyond Meat top, if you think that's a coincidence, you're not buying into the true manipulation of the market yet. Don't you remember when the Alibaba IPO came out and that turned into a piece of shit and the whole market topped out? It's all tied together. When you have the biggest piece of shit getting squeezed and squeezed and squeezed and that finally tops out, usually it's an indication of more of that shit to follow. And now it's spread across the market.
Oh, what about the tweets?
If you think one thing, it's one thing, it's all of it. Believe it. Believe it. I hope Alibaba, listen, I'm in, as my wife calls it, I'm in rare form right now. Rare form. Because Alibaba, and I saw a movie on the way home, my 10-hour flight, China Hustle, right? Was that the name of the China? It was called China Hustle, right? China Hustle. Watch the China Hustle, and now I'll show you that what is that is how the market works. All blatant manipulation, and the people. And again, after I do retire, I will think about running for president because I still think I'd be the greatest president in the world. Because under my presidency, there is no such thing as white collar crime. So if the lawyers and the SEC and all the accounting people like Deloitte and Touche, all the people that you're supposed to believe are there to protect you and your money, if they're corrupt, then the whole system's broken. If the system wasn't broken, how can we fix the system? It needs to be burnt down, right? So let's get rid of white collar crime. So the next time this guy's thinking about doing something and he thinks to himself for just a minute, if this guy thinks, wow, I could get in trouble, because not only can you can't get in trouble, they'll give you a fine. Who gets thrown in prison except for Charlie Sheen at the end of Wall Street? 1 out of 1,000, 1 out of 1,000,000, 1 out of 1,000,000,000 people go to jail. If they thought for a second that not only were they going to get caught and persecuted and get in trouble. No white collar prisons anymore. There's no ping pong. There's no flip flops walking around in decent looking outfits. There's ass rape prison. That's it. Embezzlement, ass rape. Stock manipulation, ass rape. You lied on your 10K, 10Q, ass rape for all. Ass rape for all. And then maybe some of the crimes would be lessened. But the system needs to be burnt to the ground. America can't figure out how to get healthcare going. Come on, stop all the manipulation. Stop all the bullshit. And the real problem, again, as I'll get to my manifesto sometime at the end of the week, it's not about any of this shit. And I don't want to hear about thoughts and prayers. I don't want to hear about thoughts and prayers because I don't give a fuck. You want to take your thoughts and prayers? Go, instead of starting a new movement against guns again, because who gives a fuck about that? You're not going to stop crazy people from doing shit. He would have walked into the movie theater and poisoned everybody's popcorn instead. All right? The problem is the costs of college. I've been stocking. I got a stack of papers that's sent to my house every day. Stop sending me shit in the mail so you can keep the cost of the college down. Stop calling my house. Stop trying to solicit people to come to college. That's why the price of college is so expensive. If you think going to college and you're paying more than 10 grand for it is legitimate, that's bullshit. College should be not free. There should be some costs that are reasonable and acceptable, not putting our kids in $250,000 debt before they even start their lives. You want to protest something, protest that. Protest the blatant manipulation in the market. So before you start getting all your flowers out and sending condolences to people you don't know, make them take a moment and try to figure out what's really important. Gun, I don't know what the word is, but sure, something could be done. I have a problem solving fix for that in my manifesto as well. But the real problem is the cost of college, and that's it. So if we boycott college, if nobody goes to college, what are the schools going to do? They'll all start shutting down. Oh shit, man! I can't believe they went out of business, because if that's what it is, it's a business. So if they start going out of business, they're going to have to lower the prices. If the demand for their shitty product, which college is a shitty product, it's the worst thing you could do, right? I thought buying a car and jewelry was stupid. But going to college, the dumbest thing you could do with your money ever. Then buying cars, and then buying jewelry, and then putting your money into the stock market. So I'll see you soon. Watch the video again. Stocktoberfest. It'll be September 26th and 27th. And then we're flying out to Vegas. And then we're going to go see the Greta Van Fleet at the Hard Rock. So party with me and my wife. You guys probably don't think I'm even married. Soon not to be. But September 26th and 27th in Coronado, California, San Diego. And then we fly to Vegas that Friday night. We're going to see Greta Van Fleet Saturday night, I think it is. And then we fly home on Sunday. So come and join the extravaganza. All right. Remember, if you're going to make money in trading, don't get married. Don't have kids. No offense. I love my wife and my kids. But if you're going to make money, do it before you get married and have kids. All right? Because, well, especially if you're going to send your kids to school. But we could get into that whole thing again some other time. I got to go. Peace. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. Rock and roll. Oh, wait, I got to do this. Got to keep it real. All right? See ya.